All right, hello everyone. We are going to look at notes 2.6 on rates, ratios, and proportions. So target as I can find a unit rate. I can work with ratios and also make proportions in real life. So I'm going to copy down the target. We are going to first talk about some vocabulary terms, the first one being a ratio. A ratio is comparing or comparison of two quantities by division. So let's say we have 2 apples to 3 oranges. Okay, most times you'll see it written like a fraction. Sometimes you may also see 2 with a colon 3. Or 2 apples, and I always like to put a label, to 3 oranges. And just to let you know, when you have ratios, you must simplify. So when I say simplify, let's say you had 3 apples to 6 oranges. Well, you can simplify that if we were to divide a 3. You could simplify it to 1 apple to 2 oranges. Okay, just like we would simplify or reduce fractions, we do the same thing with ratios. A proportion, okay, so a proportion is a statement that 2 ratios, get rid of that n, are equivalent. All right, so essentially setting 2 ratios equal to one another. So, like my example, 3 over 6 is equal to 1 over 2. Okay? And a unit rate is a rate with a second quantity of 1. So a unit rate is always something per 1. And it's written as a fraction. So like driving 15 miles per 1 hour, 15 miles an hour. You make $12 in 1 hour. Okay, those are all unit rates. Okay, so let's take a look here. And let's set up our first ratio. Okay, the ratio of the students to teachers at Upper St. Clair School District is about 16 to 1. There are 1,447 students at Upper St. Clair. So how many teachers does the district employ? Well, the ratio of, look here, students to teachers, which means my first number goes with the students. My second number goes with the teachers. So 16 students to 1 teacher. We can abbreviate. All right. Since there are 1,447 students, how many teachers does this district employ? We're actually going to use our unit rate right here, right? 16 per 1, but set up a proportion and make another ratio. Well, 1,447 students. Well, note that my students are on top here, so I'm going to write my label students, and then of course this would be my teacher. 1,447 students. We don't know the number of teachers, so we'll use the variable x. All right. There's a method in how you solve this using cross multiplication or cross products. Okay? Which means we're going to do 16 times x, which is 16x. And then we're going to multiply 1 times 1,447. We keep the equal sign in the middle. 1,447. Now we have a one-step equation. And I look and see, well, 16 times x, so to undo multiplication, I'm going to divide by 16. Divide by 16. And I get that x is equal to 90.4. So we really have about 90 teachers. in the district. Okay? All right, let's take a look here at Nathan's hot dog eating competition held on 4th of July. We have Joey Chestnut. He won eating 62 hot dogs in 10 minutes. All right, that was in 2011. 2007, he ate 66 hot dogs in 12 minutes. Well, let's find the unit rate for 2007 and 2011. So remember, we want to take it per one. Okay, so I'm going to do 62. And now say hot dogs in 10 minutes. Well, what is that per 1 minute? How many hot dogs is that? So what I can do is I can use that cross multiplication. And I could do 10 times x, which is 10x, equals 62 times 1 is 62. One-step equation. I'm going to undo multiplication by division. And I have x equals 6.2. So 6.2 hot dogs per 1 minute. That's a lot. But let's see what he ate in 2007. He had 66 hot dogs in 12 minutes. Well, we're going to take it to a unit rate per one. So let's see how many he had in 1 minute. We don't know, so we'll put an x there, or whatever variable you'd like. 12 times x is 12x. 66 times 1 is 66. I now have a one-step equation. I'm going to divide each by 12. And I get x is 5.5 hot dogs per 1 minute. So when I look here, I'm going to compare the fact in 2011 he ate 6.2 hot dogs per minute. In 2007 he ate 5.5. So where did he eat more? 2011. We've been using what's called cross products or cross multiplication, okay? Cross multiplication.